Hey, good evening, everyone. Happy Wine Down Wednesday, except we're going to be minus the wine tonight because we're talking about the frequency of essential oils. Now, this may kind of come across to you as super woo-woo or non-scientific, but I'm actually going to give you some resources in the comments that I think are going to help clarify where I'm getting my information and how this can benefit you in the long run. Being aware of how our bodies vibrate in terms of energy. So I'm getting some of my information tonight from a script from from a Facebook class that was shared with me from Growing Healthy Homes. Very excited and thankful to the writers over there for the information. And I know that, again, this can seem super wackadoodle. I've been carrying this blend around with me for the last week. This is a blend of essential oils from Young Living, specifically Hope, Highest Potential, and Envision. All three really powerful blends. I probably put 60 drops of each of those oil blends into this 15 ml bottle. It went up to about here. And then I added about this much V6 oil, which is one of the carrier oils that Young Living sells. And you can get, if you're a wholesale member, for a really significantly low cost. And if you are not a member yet, it's definitely one that you can grab when you do become a member. So I've been kind of mixing it. You'll also see inside of my roller, there are some crystals. These are mostly amethyst, small crystal pieces of amethyst. And it's said that amethyst can help create balance, calm, and protection. So I don't know if anybody else is needing a little bit of this or not, but for me, this was an answer to prayer, especially as tense and angry and upset I've been since last Wednesday. So I just find myself, like I did just then, putting it on my pulse points, on my neck, and on my wrists several times throughout the day when I'm working, when I'm playing, when I am reading, or I'm like taking in information. I'm almost using it as a protection. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more why and what frequencies have to do with this. So going back to script, I'm actually talking about measurable scientific frequency that every living thing has. Every organ in our body has a specific frequency, a healthy state frequency, and these frequencies are lower when we are experiencing disease, fatigue, and illness. It is known that by keeping our body's frequencies at the correct levels, our organ systems and immune system work at a more optimal level. When two frequencies that are the same come together, it harmonizes or evens out the frequency wave and improves that living thing's function. Just smelling a high frequency essential oil, for example, can raise our frequency up after we have lowered it by consuming dead or acidic food. Thus why Wine Down Wednesday has no wine tonight. We now know that the frequencies of a certain essential oils are the same as certain organs, which explains why they have been used for centuries to support that organ system. Pretty cool, right? Frequency is a measurable rate of electrical energy that is constant between any 2 points. The difference between essential oil frequency and the frequency of light, or the television, telephone, microwave, is these electrical AC frequencies are incoherent, chaotic frequencies. They fracture the human electrical field. Essential oils, on the other hand, have a coherent, harmonic DC frequency, and so they are harmonious with the electrical field of the human body. Studies show that negative thoughts lower our frequency 12 megahertz just by thinking negative thoughts. Positive thoughts, on the other hand, raise our frequency 10 megahertz, whereas prayer and meditation raise our frequency on average 15 megahertz. Guys, this is really, really cool, and you can do a quick Google search and find a lot of this information for yourself as well. So most essential oils start at approximately 48 megahertz, which is Melrose, and range as high as 500 megahertz, Idaho blue spruce, on the far end of things. Processed food has a frequency of 0 megahertz, whereas fresh produce at 15, dried herbs at 12 to 22 megahertz, fresh herbs at 20 to 27, our healthy human body 62 to 78, and we start to drop after 59 as we become an unhealthy human body, and a dying human body has 20 to 25 megahertz. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about how these things, how this impacts your understanding of using your essential oils. It's one thing to apply as necessary if you're experiencing physical ailments and you've learned some things about how you like to use essential oils to help your body feel better. But when you understand it on this energetic level and you know that the frequency of the essential oil when applied to your body works in harmony together, it makes each drop of essential oil that much more powerful. So some things that you can do to maintain a high vibration, in addition to applying your essential oils and thinking positive thoughts, is really being conscious of what you're putting into your mouth and making sure that you're drinking plenty of water. This is the time of year here in January when stress levels are high, when we are feeling depleted in many ways, when there is terror on the streets and we are feeling a lot of fear about and unknown about the future, that we take control or take hold of the things that will lower our stress level and bring our frequency up so that we can keep our bodies working in harmony with itself and to better our health. So this isn't, I'm not going to go into much more detail than this. I will post a link in the comments if you choose to learn more. You can go and see those other resources. But I just encourage you, if you have not already made it really easy for you to access your essential oils, you can see some up on the shelf beside me. What you can't see is over here. I've got a whole bunch on my shelf. I grabbed Forgiveness about an hour ago. It's sitting here. Valor sitting here. Higher Unity is sitting here. These are all go-to essential oil blends that have been crafted and created with raising your vibrational frequency in mind. And so the more that you can kind of keep them at arm's length or at an easy place for you to grab and use and put on your bodies with intention and with prayer and with meditation, you too can bring about a better change for yourself, thereby impacting our entire world, person to person. Many blessings on your evening. May you be filled with high frequency and determined to bring about change in this new year. Blessings.